it's Florian and I'm one of the Squirrelians. Today we are having the Squirrly SEO webinar where I'm going to show you some really awesome things that you can do with the Squirrly SEO plugin that you most probably haven't actually seen that you can do. And basically that's going to be my purpose today, because I want to walk you through all the things that you can do with the plugin and to start showing, kind of like how we thought it through, how we are supposed to help you guys. We've designed this thing called the SEO Content Tree. And let's take a look at it until more people join the webinar, because once more people join the webinar, I'll start showing, like the keyword research and get into the real stuff. But I honestly want to show you the SEO content tree because it's super important for you to know why Squirrly SEO plugin handles 6 out of 6 main areas of your WordPress SEO, while the other plugins just handle about one of them. So let's see. So we have this SEO content tree, right? I'm looking at it right now, and we have a couple of levels. So we have level 0, which is the WordPress site structure, and here you're gonna be supported by a lot of features from Squirrly SEO, like the SEO star feature and the settings assistant. So the SEO star shows you how far you've gone to actually becoming an SEO superstar, and the settings assistant helps you set up all the things that you need for your WordPress site structure. Now, there are some plugins that help with more in-depth stuff for most of you technical guys out there, and that's okay. We don't want to go very, very deep into this because basically you can mess up your whole WordPress site, and we want to make sure that if you install the Squirrly SEO plugin, everything in the site will work perfectly. So we don't want to mess up with any of the code and have your site crash down, because for a media company or stuff like that, having your site crash down means that you're actually losing a lot of money, and we want to make sure that does not happen. So that's why we've made it compatible with all the other SEO tools out there. Because we offer like the other levels, and they're much better than you're gonna find online. So level 1 is researching the best SEO keywords and social media keywords. Now here you get help from the keyword research and inspiration box in Squirrly SEO. Then we move over to level number 2, which is scaling content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization. This is done through the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant. Then at level number 3, we're making sure that the content tree grows well. So this is super important for you to do. You need to make sure that after you've invested so much time in setting up the structure, you've researched keywords, you've created content, you need to make sure that it all goes as planned and it all goes well, because if you're gonna have pages without any kind of titles, any kind of descriptions, you're gonna get penalized. If you're gonna have a lot of duplicates in your site, you're gonna get penalized. And we need to make sure that this sort of thing does not happen. If your website speed is very, very low, that's going to affect your SEO rankings in very negative ways. So we also must make sure that that does not happen. And we do that through this Squirrly SEO audit, which you will receive weekly. All right. Level number 4, and I think this is one of the most important things for most of you, is grabbing the rewards of your, search engine optimizations. And you can see this with the Squirrly SEO Google rank and the SEO stats. Right, and then at number 5, we actually think that now that you've created the content tree, you've made sure that it grows well, you've started reaping some rewards from the content tree, the tree needs constant watering, so you always need to keep learning and keep improving. And that's why we're creating the Squirrly Education Cloud, which is gonna launch very soon. It's gonna launch in September. We don't know the official dates yet, but we're really working on some pretty amazing lessons that are going to be a part of the Squirrly Education Cloud. We want to teach you more stuff about content marketing and search engine optimization, so that you can always make sure that your site gets better and better. All right, so I'm guessing that we can now start and discuss about each of these levels. And I will show you on this stream how you can actually start using Squirrly in each of these areas. So if we go to the dashboard, here is the dashboard. So I've just created a new account in Squirrly, and this is the first tab that I'm getting. So it says Use the keyword research tool from Squirrly to find the most suitable keyword for each post. Okay, so I'm just gonna click let's do this. And it's gonna take me to this interface, which is very familiar for most of you people because it's basically the add new post interface or the edit post interface in WordPress. And here you have the Squirrly keyword research. So it says that I should place a keyword. Right, well, I'm thinking something in the lines of social media tools because lately at Squirrly we're doing a lot of stuff on social media tools. We're writing content on social media tools. We're creating a couple of videos on this. And let's click do the research. Now, the important thing to remember here is that this is not your Google Planner. This is not your Google Keywords Planner or any such software because this is not intended for ads on search engines. This is intended for search engine optimization. And people like Neil Patel, they hold this this tool in high regards because of this, because it's intentionally made for search engine optimization purposes and not for Google AdWords. Because what you see in the Keyword Planner tool is just stuff that will help you if you want to buy ads on Google AdWords. But if you want to do it for SEO, that's a whole different thing, and we're getting a lot of data. We're actually paying a lot of money every single month to data providers so that we have like the best things that people search for on the web. And we're not just taking data just from, the Google search engine. We're taking it from a lot of search engines. We're taking data from social sites like Twitter. We're taking trends on Google. We're taking competition, but competition designed for SEO purposes, not for buying ads on Google AdWords. And we're also taking into account a lot of stuff that appears on forums and stuff like that. So that's why even Brian Dean, the guy from backlinko.com, he wanted to show the SEO audit from Squirrly in one of his posts, but then he decided, hey, the keyword tool is much better and it's super impressive, so let's show this one instead. Right, and before I start showing you what the keyword research showed me here, I just want to mention that you can actually search localized. So if you're from another country other than the US and you need, like, you're from Italy and you're addressing the Italian market, you're going to be able to see exactly what people from Italy search on Google, and you will get the keyword data and all the information according to what people do locally in Italy. And that's super important. All right, so we have the keyword research tool, right? And we have a couple of keywords here that were brought, and you can see that my keyword is on rank number 7. So this is like a leaderboard, and the first one is usually the best one, and I can start using this if I want, but I will just go and look over the data. So if I go over this arrow right here, it says that there have been very few recent discussions about social media tools on Twitter and on forums. And what this means is that not many people have discussed it in the last few hours or in the last few days, and that's kind of a problem because usually if you want to make an article that will make it really big on social media, you need to write about stuff that people are currently discussing about. All right, and even on forums, not a lot of people talk about social media tools, so maybe another keyword would work better if I just wanted that. So there are 1,000 exact searches, and you can see that it's in orange. So orange means that it's not very, very great. The competition is high. And the thing about competition here is that this is competition for search engines. Now, basically, if this site, this florence.co website, would actually be something amazing, like a real blog with real articles, and I would have been, writing about social media tools for a while, it would say competition medium or low because my site would have authority on social media tools. But since I didn't write about them and I don't have a lot of backlinks to my website, any kind of competition will be high competition for me because I'm not really good at social media tools on search engines, right? So that's what this is showing me. And it's also showing me that the trend is steady. So basically you want to make sure that the trend is not going down, because if it's going down, it will not make it on social media, and it will certainly not make it on search engines, because what this means is that if a trend is going down on search engines, it means that less and less people are searching for that keyword, and maybe they're using another keyword to find a solution to their problems. right? And the trend is steady. So this is not really good because it means that people aren't really trying to find more about social media tools. Maybe that's also the reason why they're not discussing it on social media anymore. So I'd naturally go for a trend that's going up or it's skyrocketing, because then if you write a post, you can make sure that in a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, your article is going to start showing up more and more on search engines. Right, so tools for social media. Apparently, this is the kind of keyword that's starting to get traction and it's going up. So even if there aren't a lot of people right now searching for this trend is certainly going to go up. And there are some recent discussions about tools for social media, which is a much better sign that I've had before. That is why this is ranked number 6 and not number 7. So I can go over all of these stats. You know, this is skyrocketing, this is cool. This has a lot of exact searches, it's going up. This seems to be good, but the competition is very low. Yeah, the competition is very high. Right, so these are the exact searches, and the trend is going up. Social Media Examiner, I'm pretty sure that if you're gonna write about this is a branded keyword. Right, you can do something, but you will most probably not be exactly on the first page. So you should use one of these. So just look at the stats, and also sometimes just try to see what these actually are. So just copy and paste it into Google and see what happens, right? So this is why I was saying, because Social Media Examiner is a brand, so it's just like you trying to rank something for Squirrely. It's going to be very difficult for you because we have all our sites, all our properties, and that's why Squirrely is on the main page with a lot of stuff on Google. So this is a branded keyword, but these other ones are really, really cool to use. But I'm just going to use social media tools for now, right? So let's say use. And now you see that I have social media tools inserted here, and this is gonna be my keyword for my article. All right, and now we're working on a lot of integrations with more websites so that we can show you this. So these are images, and you can see that they are taken from Google. You can see more of them, and we also have an option here that says show only copyright-free images. If I click this one, I have a couple of images that I can use without, me being afraid that, hey, somebody's gonna sue me for using these images. Now, the thing right now is that some of the images don't look very well, and we're fixing this in the next couple of weeks, because we found some providers for copyright-free images that are willing to work with us, and we're gonna get it here in the Squirrly SEO plugin, so you're gonna get better and better images. But let's say it's not relevant. I mean, if you're looking for social media tools, you don't like the images, you can click not relevant, and you can say something like, I know, in your social media tools article, maybe you want something like a co-working space. Let's see if I can find an image for this. Yep, so I have a co-working space. This image would be cool in an article about social media tools because it looks fresh. You have a laptop, it looks very cool and trendy. So I'm gonna use this one. And alright, so this is the level on the SEO content tree where you research the best keywords for SEO and social media. And for social media, you can do stuff like click Twitter and see what people are currently tweeting about social media tools. Right, and you have to go back and say, because I have co-working space here, and say social media tools again. All right, and now I will find out more about it. So which social media tools should you use for your business? 5 social media tools worth trying. Last session. So this is what people are currently writing about social media tools. Now, if you're a journalist or if your blog is super interesting and you write about a lot of new topics, you can actually use this feature and the research that you make from this inspiration box. Because let's say that you want to make an article about something controversial like Hillary Clinton and Trump, and you want to back up the claims in your article with some tweets because they are opinions from other people in the industry. You can easily insert one of their tweets so that you can make a point in your article, or just present what people are currently saying about elections and stuff like that, or about the Olympic Games. And you can definitely use this straight from your WordPress interface without having to code anything. You just hit insert it, and bam, you have it in your article, and it looks pretty nice. All right, and you also have Wikipedia articles about social media tools. Of course, if this were a topic that you didn't know a lot about, you could just click read it. That didn't work, I don't know why. Yeah, so I'll have to look into this and fix it. Okay, it's great to do streams. And now we also have blogs, so I can start reading something about social media tools before actually writing the article, because maybe I get some ideas about stuff that I should not overlook while writing my own article. So I can read it straight from the interface without having to go to the Social Media Examiner website, okay? And this is how you can use the inspiration box. Also, you can use the inspiration box to find articles from your own website. Of course, I didn't write about social media tools, but if I did, I would have stuff here that I could just link in my own page, because inner linking is also super important for search engine optimization. Right, so this is how I've used the keyword research and inspiration box. Now let's go and delete this. So we have a clean slate. And this was basically researching the best SEO keywords and social media keywords. And now we go to scale content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization. So let's write an article saying something like, my favorite social media tools in 2016 and what they can do for your own business. So if I were, an important public figure, which I'm not anyway, but if I were, I could just write about some cool social media tools that I use and tell you guys how you can actually use it and what kind of increase that's going to bring to your own business. And we have, this is my title, right? And this is the keyword that I'm using. So here in the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant, it shows me a couple of items already. Some of them are white, some of them are green, and some of them are red. So the white items are items that haven't been dealt with yet, and they are important to turn from white to green. Now, if you turn something to red, that means that you're doing something wrong or that something has been overlooked and you need to take care of it. Currently, it says that my content is not Google friendly because it's over optimized. So I'm using too many keywords in few text, right? So in very little text, and that's a problem. You can find more info by just going over the I buttons here, and you can learn more about each of them. And the idea is that I have the title, and it says that the keyword is not present in the URL. Well, this is the URL. And of course it's not there, so let's try and copy and paste this one. And I click OK, and you can see that it light up green, saying that keywords are present in the URL. And basically, when you switch all of these elements to green, it will be 100% optimized, and then you can click publish, knowing that your article is 100% optimized. All right, so these are all very, very interesting pointers, and they're very easy to use. What I want to show you, and that's very interesting about the SEO Live Assistant, is that you sometimes copy images from other websites. Now, the problem when you do that is that on your own page, on your own article, you can start having blank images that don't load, or just improper images for your article, because the owner of the images on their website, they have either deleted the image or changed it with something that's naughty or not safe for work, or who knows what other horrible stuff that you don't want to appear, that you don't want to have in your own article. So you have to take care of that. But Squirrly does all of this for you. So if, for example, I go to a website and I copy an image, once I paste the image into my article and I hit save draft or publish, it automatically copies the image from that server to my own server. And that's why I'm not creating bandwidth problem for the other bloggers from whom I've taken the images, And I also make sure that I have control over the image and it cannot be deleted or changed with something else. So this gives you a lot of control, and it's one of the super important features that most people don't realize that Squirrly has. Alright, and now I'm gonna click Save Draft because, as I've said, taking care of these other elements is super easy. And if you think that you're not able to do some of them, you can always write to us at support@squirrly.co. But about support and our support communities, we will talk a little bit later because we want to make sure that you guys can actually get in touch with us. So we're gonna cover that a bit later on in the webinar. But for now, I've done this, right? And I will go to Squirrly SEO. Alright, so I'm in the SEO panel. Now it says, you can see that the SEO star just went up. So it was very low and now it just went up because I've done a few things in my website. And now I can click check for errors to see if there are any errors in my settings or the SEO of my website, because if you have other plugins, you will want to make sure that everything is all right and there's no conflict between the plugins. All right, and we have this which says switch on the SEO from Squirrly and optimize this blog. So I will switch it to on, and it automatically saved, as you can see there. All right, so I will have to reload this one. All right, so it's done it, but this text didn't appear right now. All right, but I have my first page optimization set up, and there are more things that you can set up here, like an XML sitemap. Yeah, let's edit, and I will show you how it looks. So this is the sitemap of my website. As you can see, it actually looks really, really good, and I can have just the sitemap for my own blog posts, and this is it. So it starts loading. The important thing is that it tells Google the change frequency of my website and when I've made the last change to these pages. Also, it's very cool that it automatically inserts videos and images right here in the sitemap. So you can see that some of these images don't work, but they are not because of the Squirrly SEO plugin. They are because of my WordPress site. This is just a personal WordPress site. I don't have the images anymore because they were switched from one database to another, but this is irrelevant. The ones that it does have, you can see they are here and they are from 2016, so they are recent. That's why it has the image. Also the concept art 2016, it has it right here. And this is the sitemap. All right, and yeah, so I also have like a feed, and now I can go to florence.co/feed and yeah, you can see it really looks well. So if anybody wants to subscribe to my feed, now it's going to be much easier for them to just take my feed and insert it into their RSS reader software. So you can see that it looks really nice, really, really nice. So I have all this in my feed, and Squirrly does this automatically for you. Also, I can add fave icons and icons for iPads and iPhones. I can also add the JSON LD metas, which you are going to learn more about in the lessons that you get from the Squirrly SEO, because there's a really great article about the Huffington Post and how you can make your own WordPress site look as great as the Huffington Post on Google. And now I have all that I need, and I will go back to my post. Because this is a question that came up in one of our earlier webinars, and I want to address it right now. I've addressed it back then as well, but this is super important. I'm really happy that that guy asked me the question, because I actually have a very long title. So this is like my favorite social media tools, blah blah, and you can see there that it's very, very long, and it also shows here in the title end that it's not between 10 and 75 characters because it went overboard. So the idea is that in some cases on social media, having a very long title will be to your own advantage. because there are some audiences who simply prefer to see a more descriptive title. So instead of just writing social media tools, they need to know what's up with those social media tools. Are they your favorite social media tools? Should I care about these social media tools? Can they do something for my business? And a longer title like this one is going to be favorable, and it's going to help me a lot more than a short title of between 10 and 75 characters, which is good only for SEO purposes. So how do I choose between SEO and social media? Well, you don't have to, because on social media, this is the title that's gonna show up. And on search engines, you can control how your title is going to show in the Google search results. So we go here because I've turned on the SEO settings from Squirrly so that I can activate the snippet. And this is the snippet. This is exactly how this blog post would look like on the Google search engine. So Yoast and the other couple of plugins that have snippets, they only show the information from your own website, which is wrong because sometimes there can be crawling errors and other kinds of problems that will affect the way your post gets displayed on the Google search engine results. So in the Google search engine listings, it's gonna look a lot more different than you see it in your own WordPress site, and that's wrong. In Squirrly, it's perfect because once you set it up here, this is exactly how it's gonna show up on the Google search engine. That's why this is super important. Right, so I have this snippet, which is actually exactly how it's gonna show up on Google, and you can see that because I have a long title, it gets cut off, and that's a problem for search engine optimization, because if a potential reader sees this on a search, and they're gonna be like, I don't know what that's all about, it's kind of weird, I can't even read the title, why would I go to that page? So you can customize the meta. Click on that, and you have this. So you have my favorite social media tools, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's change my favorite to top. Top social media tools in 2016 that will help grow your business. Alright, so now you have it. You have a great title. So it says top social media tools in 2016 that will help grow your business. And this is what's gonna show up on search engines if people find your blog post in the Google search listings, right? So if your page is gonna get ranked, this is exactly how it's gonna look like because you have 100% control over it. And you can do this with the Squirrly snippet. So now you can see that the title is perfect because the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant detects this, and it says that in your snippet you have the right keywords, you have the right title and you have an amazing title because it's different from your domain name, which is also super important for SEO. So now it's perfect, and this is the small tweak that I had to do, and now my blog post will be successful on both social media and search engines. Alright, and also for social media, if you want to do this, you can place your own image here, because if I have an article that has 50 images, I want to choose the one that's actually going to be displayed every single time a user shares my post on social media, because on their LinkedIn, on their Facebook, on their Google+, I want to make sure that the post gets displayed with the image that I want and not with a random image out of those 50 images. More on this, we have it on our GetGrowth.tv channel here on YouTube. You can click subscribe, you can check the channel, and I have a video where I only talk about Open Graph and how you can properly set it up using the Squirrly SEO plugin. But long story short, this is how you would do it. So if I would want this article to be displayed with this image, I would click use this image, and then I have the image here. So I would save the changes, and each time somebody shares this post on social media, this is the image that's gonna be inserted into their post, into their social media post. So I have 100% control over how this post is displayed on both search engines and social media, and that's super cool. Let's save the draft. Alright, so I walked you through setting the WordPress site structure, which I've recently done when I went to Squirrly and SEO, and I've started tweaking the settings. Of course, there are a lot more settings there, but our settings assistant is going to walk you through everything you need. Then I walked you through researching the best SEO keywords and social media keywords. I've also walked you through scaling content with proper SEO and human-friendly optimization done by the Squirrly SEO Live Assistant. Alright, so now let's make sure that our content regrows well. For this, I'm going to go into a blog that's very cool. It's about mobile game development. It's only for mobile game developers. And the owner of this website is very cool. And he gave us permission to showcase it in all of our webinars, which is super nice of him. And right now I'm gonna go to Squirrly dashboard, and I'm gonna click on profile. You can see that he's an SEO star because he has a lot of settings here, right? And I will click profile and see audit. Right, so I'm on his audit. Now, we've tested Squirrly with about 49,000 people who have wanted to share Google Analytics and other sorts of data, SEO data, analytics data, a lot of stuff with us. And we've identified that the people who had a score of 80 or over 80 on the SEO audit actually performed very well. So their websites were great, they were getting traffic, they were getting leads, everything was very, very nice for them. And people who were below 80, well, it didn't really work that well for them. And you can see, for example, the renegadecitizen.com website has a score of 45. Now, let's see, where does it have problems anyway? So, it seems like the SEO is great. So all of the SEO settings are perfect. A couple of weeks ago, the traffic was perfect here as well, but for a while this blog hasn't been promoted on social media, and that's why it's lost some of its traction and some of its traffic. But now with the Squirrly SEO audit, he can actually know that it requires more attention. So his traffic started going down. He can now go to Google Analytics and see what's going on. Alright, so blogging can be improved. Blogging was perfect as well because there used to be a lot of new content on his website. Now his posting frequency suffers. Social media can be improved also because he didn't promote on social media lately. And he requires links and authority. And that's the main reason why his website only got a score of 45. Alright, so you can click on any of these sections and it will take you to that exact section. So I've clicked authority, now I'm here at authority, and I can see data about the authority of this website. And you can also see a couple of issues, a couple of metrics. Then each of these things are explained. So like the most rank represents link popularity score, it reflects the importance. And you can go and actually click on this and you will read an article explaining the Moz rank. You can also see more about the page authority, the Alexa rank, the domain age, and if you don't really care about this and you're just like working on the marketing side and you actually have somebody building authority for your website, you can just download the PDF. So I've clicked download PDF and the PDF is gonna download. Right, so hopefully very soon. Alright, so it downloaded. I guess the stream affected it. So right now I have the PDF, and this is a PDF that I can actually send to the guy in charge of getting our website authority up, and he will see the audit and he can go exactly to authority where he can see what he needs to do, right? So you can easily mail it by PDF to anybody on your team. Alright, so you can see a couple more ideas here, and you're gonna walk through and see the posting frequency, see the sitemap, if the articles are optimized, how much each of the pages are optimized, what's the traffic, how is the SEO. You can actually see even the keywords, and that's why the keywords are good, because he's targeting, very long keywords. No duplicates, empty descriptions, there's none. There are title tags, canonical links, robots files, site language, everything is there. And these are the sort of things that you can check with the SEO audit from Squirrly, which you are going to receive weekly. So this is on a weekly basis. And as you probably realized, a lot of stuff started going down. That's why it's important for a renegadecitizen.com to keep checking their website audit, because they need to fix a few things here if they want to get back on the competitive edge. And that's why we send it weekly, and that's why it's important to always try and get your score up. And in his case, the biggest problem right now is the links and authority, and if he could get some backlinks to his website, that would be perfect. All right, so this is about making sure that the content tree grows well, and you can see that it grew, it really grew, but then in a certain moment it started not actually growing anymore, and that's why you need the SEO audit. So grabbing the rewards. Now let's see his rankings. So if I'm here and I can go to SEO rank on Google, I will click this button and bam, here I am. So as you can see, they are all filtered according to the google.com position. You can change it from google.com to google.com.br to Google Italy to Google France to whatever kind of Google you want, so that you can see your rankings for your country. And this is geo ranking, this is geolocation ranking on Google, and this is a really neat feature of the Squirrly Pro. And you can see like the things that it has, right? So it's like a number 1 on Google for this keyword, number 1 on Google, number 2 on Google, number 4 on Google. And this is how he reaps the rewards of his blogging, because even though he doesn't have a lot of authority and he doesn't have a lot of links, all of his website structure is done by Squirrly. All of his posts are optimized using the Squirrly SEO plugin, and you can see it right here. This is like the progress bar for SEO optimization, and he shared it a lot on social media. So long form content with Squirrly optimization, it's always going to perform amazingly well, even though you don't have a lot of backlinks. Alright, so the keywords are charity oriented game development, keeping players interested, F2P or paid gaming models, super casual games, freemium development. This is actually a brand name for a game. This is another brand name for a game. F2P developers, AAA mobile games, buy your gaming app, Zero Age, Does Not Commute, Prawn Plus, Land of Ven, and stuff like that. And these are all indexed very high on Google. And I can tell you that in his analytics, you can see these posts getting thousands of visitors every single month, just because his pages are on the first pages of Google. So that's pretty cool. And this is how you figure it all out from the Squirrly SEO rank feature. And now you can also see the analytics. So you can see here that I mention the Google rank and also the SEO stats. And for the SEO stats, you can go here. All right? So see analytics. And you can see that social, it's very, very low for the last 30 days. Nothing happened with this article on social media in the last 30 days. Also, let's look at this one. So the social has been great. I mean, it's not been great, but it's been at least good on the last 30 days. And the top channel is Facebook. So it's very well worth it for him to share his articles on Facebook. And you get it here from the from this analytics part. And also the authority for this page is 1. And it says that the authority should be over 60. So this is also something that he should look at for this page, because the SEO audit gave the score for your whole website, but this gives you the score individually for each page. Alright, so these are the SEO stats. And boom, there we go. And we have also, so this was level 4, grabbing the rewards. And now we are going to go to the part where we say that the tree needs constant watering, the Squirrly Education Cloud. Alright, so before we go there, I want to show you something. So I'm here in my edit post, and let's say that you have a question, or you are just happy about something that happened today with Squirrly. You can click yes. Hey, this is very cool. You can see our Facebook page. You can even rate our plugin, or you can go to our support page. And the support page is a really cool Google Plus community where we answer all of your queries. And the best part is that it's not only us, the guys who build Squirrly and who are working at the Squirrly Limited company from the UK, but it's actually a lot of people from the community. They get together here and they discuss stuff about SEO, or sometimes they ask questions and other members of the community reply to them. And it's also the best place to find updates about the plugin, because we've had a very small downtime a few days ago, and we've completely answered all of the requests with everything that people need to know, and we're doing this on the Squirrly customer service community because we want to be transparent about it, and we want our users to start engaging and interacting. Also, in this sense, we are also always posting updates on the Squirrly HQ Twitter account. So this is the handle at Squirrly HQ, and you can see that we're on Twitter for you. And this is actually very, very true, because we are answering queries here. We are giving updates. This was an update about webinar. Hello, this is the webinar. And we have, announcements. We have this is the video that I've mentioned earlier on about Open Graph in WordPress. This was the server updates about how it was all going and how fast we could fix it. And you can start seeing a lot of other updates and things related to your Squirrly SEO plugin. And you can always ask us questions, and we'll reply on the Squirrly customer service community, on the Twitter profile. And if you don't want to do this because you do not like social media too much, you can just click support. Hey, I need to know about SEO in 2017. I don't know. Sometimes we have a lot of cool stuff to share, and we do it. So I will just mention that this is a test, because my colleagues are going to reply to this and they're going to be like, hey, what happened here? So this is a test request on the webinar. All right, so you can send a question, and the question has been sent. Message sent. Thank you. All right, and now we close this. And these are some ways that you can get in touch with us. If you do not want to get in touch with us for whatever reason, but you still want to learn more about the Squirrly SEO plugin, you can go to how to. So you have howto.squirrly.co, and this website is going to load up. And you can see the features. You can see frequently asked questions. We have a lot of videos, and we have a lot of slide shares where you can learn about all of the features of the Squirrly SEO plugin. And as you can see, you even have a couple of slide shares embedded into the interface. So if you don't know how to do your first page optimization, you can just go here and walk through the slides. And we also have this on the How to Squirrly platform. All right. So let's go to Education Cloud. So Education Cloud is an educational program from Squirrly where we are going to show the best stuff that we currently have. Now, there are going to be free lessons. So the free lessons are super good, and you're actually not going to find them anywhere else on the internet, and you're also not going to find them on our blog. So if you want the free lessons, you have to subscribe right here where it says get your hands on great trainings. Now, you can get your free invite. If you have a Squirrly Pro account, you will also get access to these lessons and to Squirrly Education Cloud Plus, where we share about lessons of about 4,000 words, and they are super long, super interesting. They have videos, they have slides. They're going to be amazing, and they're going to be about all kinds of issues that you can be facing as a manager or as a business owner or as a marketer. And that's going to come with the Squirrly SEO Pro subscription, right? And why you should join the Education Cloud. So stay up to date, because, content marketing and SEO change a lot. So you need to always be up to date. And we're doing that for you. A world of knowledge. It's actually a world of knowledge. So from personal branding to SEO to social media tools. I just wrote an article about it, right? So we're going to have it all here in the SEO Education Cloud, and we're going to talk a bit more about, secrets like the renegadecitizen.com secret that he doesn't have links and authority, but still has good rankings because of very long form content and sharing on social media. So you're on your way to being an SEO superstar. You just have to register. Then you'll get an account after we validate the account, and then you can start learning and start growing. People are searching for companies in your space. Be the one who shows up in search. Okay, thank you very much for watching this webinar. I think that I hope that I've got your interest, and I hope that you've learned something new, because that's very important for me. I hope that you've learned something new today that you did not know about Squirrely SEO until now. And I hope you've actually had a great time. It was really nice doing this webinar, and I will cut the stream right here, but I want you to know that I will be for another 10 minutes in the chat section on YouTube Live, answering any questions that you may have. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. It's Florian from Squirrely, and I will see you next time. You can also click the subscribe button and you can see me more often, because I'm gonna have a couple more videos on other SEO aspects, and Alexandra from our team and Anna from our team are going to start showing off amazing tools for growing your own business, like Buffer, CoSchedule, and other such tools, and even plugins for WordPress. So if you're interested in that, click subscribe, and we're gonna have more and more episodes. Okay, thanks again, and I'll be in the chat section.